Warm welcome to the class, all young minds. Today, we are going to, in this video, we are going to come across other types of winds. Yesterday, we came across planetary winds, which are also called as permanent winds, prevailing winds. And what are the effects if that planetary winds are not there, what happens to the planet Earth? And apart from that, we will come across other two types of winds, seasonal winds and local winds. You will understand permanent winds, planetary winds, prevailing winds, one type of winds only. There are three types. Permanent, if you may call permanent winds, prevailing winds, planetary winds, one and the same manner. There are three types: trade winds, westerlies, and easterlies. Trade winds will be blowing from subtropical high pressure belt to tropical low pressure belt. That is, they are called northeastern trades in northern hemisphere, southeastern trades in southern hemisphere. Westerlies in the temperate zone, climatic zones, three zones are there. In temperate zone, they will be blowing from west to east towards the subtropical high pressure belt area to subpolar low pressure belt. And from the polar region, easterlies, polar easterlies will come. That is, they will come from eastern direction towards west, and they come from polar region to the subpolar low pressure belt. So these things yesterday we learned about permanent winds. In both hemispheres they happen. Only trade winds, when they are blowing from in northern hemisphere, they are called northeastern trades. When they are blowing in southern hemisphere, they are called southeast trades. This is what we learned yesterday in the last class, last video. Now today we are going to learn about seasonal winds and local winds. Before I go into that concept, let me make you know about the universe relationship or nature of land mass and ocean waters, or any sea waters. Water and land we can call. What is the difference that exists between the nature of land and water? That is also like inverse inverse relationship what we saw between temperature and pressure. Like that only it is also. What is that? Let us know. See, the nature of the land is something like students, some of you who go early to the bed and who gets out of the bed very early. And water is those students who go late to the bed and gets out of the bed very late in the morning. But why I am saying quoting this is for simple understanding. What is this here we are speaking about late and early? The heating up of, the nature of heating up of land is different from heating up of water. This is called differentiation in heating. Differentiation in heating between land and water. What is the difference? Land is like that good students who go early to the bed and get out of the bed in the morning very early. That is, land will be getting heated quickly, it will absorb heat very quickly, and also it releases the heat very quickly. But water, the quite opposite to it. Water will not get heat it will not turn hot very quickly, or it will not absorb heat very quickly. It is very late to absorb the heat and very late to give the heat. So this is which carries a variation in pressures on water bodies and land masses. Why? When it is very hot on the land mass, naturally when it is hot, it shows its land mass is hot, it shows its impact upon air moving over its head on its surface. But it will also get heated up. When molecules of air get heated up, they will move away, saying bye-bye to each other. Yesterday's class I explained to you. When they move away, whatever the force they are exerting upon a body, that will be decreasing. Low pressure develops. And whereas water, at the same time, when land is becoming very hot, water is not becoming hot, it's very almost cool. So there what happens? There the molecules come together and they show impact upon the body that come in contact with them. There high pressure develops on the water. This is the difference that occurs between the pressure on land masses and water bodies. And it is cause for sea bridges and land bridges. That's why places close to the sea coast, they will be enjoying the equable climate. This point you will be coming across in 10th class again. The places near to the coast or existing within a coast, they will be cooler than, they will be enjoying equable climate than the inland areas. Inland areas means inside, far away from the sea coast. Got it? For example, Khammam is far away from the sea coast. Visakhapatnam is close to sea coast, Kakinada is close to sea coast, Chennai is close to sea coast. Their places will be enjoying equable climate. What is equable climate? Temperature will be neither very much high nor very much low. But even it will be night and day or summer and winter, a marginal difference in the temperatures will be, but not a big temperature difference we can see. That's why most of the people feel happy to be in coastal areas during summers. But people who are living in inland areas, they try to be there in the coastal areas because coastal areas will be experiencing very less temperature when compared to the inland areas during summers also. So that's one point now. Why they have less temperature, even in winter, summer or day or night? When it is the daytime, cool air comes from the sea. And when it is night time, land becomes cool and cool air will be moving to sea. Why cool air will be moving? Already yesterday I said. The nature of the air moves from high pressure area to low pressure area. Where high pressure will be, when the air is cool, pressure will be more because molecules are together. And when it is hot, they move away and there will be less pressure. So when our land is turning hot in the day, there will be less pressure. So from sea, over the sea it is cool air moving. So cool air comes onto the land and that will be sharing its coolness to the land. It will be reducing the temperature heat of that landmass which is close to the sea. And during night, cool air will be moving from the land to sea. That's why the areas in coastal areas will experience a moderate climate or moderate temperature during night and day or winter or summer, which is called equable climate. In class 10 you will be coming across. Now I am coming to the point. What are the effects of planetary winds? Planetary winds are very most important, Nana, because atmosphere existed because of the interaction that happens between lithosphere and hydrosphere. It's because of impact of hydrosphere and lithosphere, the atmosphere happens, and this atmosphere is caused for winds, the types of winds, and planetary winds, permanent winds or prevailing winds. If they are not there, what might have been happened? If they are not there is no chance of atmosphere existing on the surface of the earth, and there is no question of life existing when atmosphere is not there. So already, because when I set up the uses of atmosphere, I made it clear how life will be getting its sustenance or getting through because of atmosphere. So if atmosphere is not there, there is no life. What is the source for atmosphere is this interaction between the land's lithosphere and hydrosphere. And atmosphere is not there, it might have been very hot during daytime and it may be very cool during the night time like moon, where atmosphere is not there. Atmosphere is not there on the moon. So that's why extreme cool in the night, extreme hot in the daytime. At the same time, on the earth, the tropical regions might have turned very hot. Tropical means places close to the equator. And the regions near, what we can call, the regions near polar, they might have turned freezing, much more cooler. What is it? Tight packed ice. Why? Because what we can winds are having a nature of carrying temperature and moisture to different parts of the earth. So that activity might have been absent, carrying temperature, heat, and also moisture. Moisture means vapor, water vapor. To different parts is that one of the activity of winds. That activity might have missed if in the absence of atmosphere and in the absence of winds, planetary winds. But planetary winds will carry temperature and moisture to different parts, and they will not distribute this equally none. They will distribute it at temperature or heat more at some place and less at some place. They distribute more moisture at one place and less moisture at one place. This is the reason certain regions will experience cool temperature and certain places will not experience any moisture or rainfall occurring and so on. They will become deserts. But occurrence of deserts because of this activity of winds. Which winds? Planetary winds. Got it? So these are the some effects and impacts of planetary winds. Now I will be explaining you the next types of winds. Winds are of three types now. Planetary winds. These planetary winds only called as prevailing winds or permanent winds. Okay, again they got divided into three types: trade winds, westerlies and polar easterlies. Yesterday completed. Today, planetary winds, seasonal winds, local winds. What are the three types of winds? Planetary winds, seasonal winds, and local winds. Yesterday I said you seasonal winds also I mentioned you in one point of time. Seasonal winds are the winds that occur in a particular period or particular season. See, we are having rainy season followed by summer season. Rainy season is followed by summer season. Some season we are getting rainy season every year. Why it is happening? You have to understand. Rainy season happens because of monsoons. Most of the rainfall India experiences it is from monsoons. What are monsoons? Where from this word got derived? This word monsoon got derived from an Arabic word called Mausam. Monsoon got derived from M-O-N-S-O-N. Monsoon got derived from Arabic word Mausam. Arabic, which means season. Mausam means season. Hindi or Arab, Urdu, Arab. Mausam means season. If you listen the Hindi film songs also, Mausam, if a word comes, it's meaning some season, some period. Mausam, Arabic word, which means a season or a period. Monsoon winds are also called as periodic winds. What it means? Seasonal winds are also called as periodic winds because they come in a particular period. Monsoon winds are also called as rain-bearing winds because they bring rainfall. Got it? Yeah. Monsoons are cause for most of the rainfall that India experiences. Why? Because India will be experiencing two monsoons. One monsoon period is June to September. This is now which we are in June to September monsoon period. This is called as southwest monsoon. And another monsoon period is between November and December. Another monsoon period will be between November and December. Please listen it very carefully. Monsoons are, again you will be coming across monsoon activity in class 10. So that is called northeast monsoon. Only the region which is called Thar Desert, that will not experience much rainfall when compared to other places in India. Other than that, remaining all places will be getting, other than the Thar Desert, remaining all places will be experiencing good quantity of rainfall because of this two monsoon, southwest monsoon, northeast monsoon. In the next video, I will be explaining to you how southwest monsoon occurs and what are local winds. Thank you.